I'm Daryl Gates, retired chief of the Los Angeles Police Department.
So real, really no big deal. Just another day in LA. Just another day.
Alright, this one's pretty straightforward. We're just talking about pure, unadulterated adrenaline.
Who ate the bean burritos?
Let's get our gas masks on. Buchanan got suspended, so we put Bonds in Gremlin One. And then we put Ash here
Reporting. As you can see, we've got pieces
in there as
of one
well
very dead guy
in
out
the
there.
mix.
SWAT
Just
developed
because,
one requested because
you know,
the anonymous caller said
our
that
other
before
assaulter,
explosion, people might be
he
holed
got
up in the
suspended
quarry or
too for
those
shooting
shacks.
somebody.
Want me to bullhorn the area?
Okay, Alvarez, try to talk them out.
Fatality.
Roger.
Alright, so
stand
we got
by.
our gas masks on, so we're just going to use Team 1 to clear, and then Team 2 to arrest. So we're not dragging a whole mob along with us.
Come out into the open with your hands up and empty. Please.
We're trying to prevent them from blowing themselves up, like you saw there in the intro for that really short cutscene.
Civilian located.
Alright, let's try
What part of
to...
LAPD
No, he's
don't
got his
you
gun up.
understand,
We
punk?
have a visible threat. Suspect neutralized.
Oh,
Sounds like the fat's in the fire, Chief. Watch yourself.
looks like he got
D&D
shot.
Over and out.
Sounds like the fat's in the fire. Let's go. Alright, we see more guys here. Oh, we're just gonna carpet bomb this place, man. Like, we are not messing around here. Just throw them grenades out there like you do. And then we're gonna send up the B squad to come up and arrest. Here's another guy coming up. It's coming too fast. You need to go ahead and just calm down there, sir. I will get to you. Oh, there's another guy coming here from the south. That guy looks like a suspect. Let's go ahead and hit him. And just arrest everybody. Arrest everybody. Everyone! I don't care if they're a hostage. I don't even know what they are right now. Everybody's getting handcuffs. That's all I know. Alright. That's everybody. So that was easy. Didn't have to be all extra and do all this extra stuff, you know. And looking pretty good. We got our approval rating of 102, brings our cumulative up to 96. We got $7,500 added to the old budget. Looks like Hernandez, Manny there, he got a police star. No suspensions. Pretty much damn near perfect.
Sergeant Griff Marcosian reporting, Chief. To summarize the operation, you are to be commended for facilitating negotiations. The suspect's actions generally determine the outcome of a crisis situation. SWAT uses bullhorn callouts to provide the suspect with every opportunity to surrender. Your thorough search and recovery procedures provided us with some valuable evidence. Surprisingly, the confiscated dynamite does not match the quarry's supply. We're checking with the manufacturer to try to run down the buyer. Multiple hostages rescued. That's doing things the way they should be done. Multiple suspects were arrested in this operation. We're holding them for questioning. Neutralizing a threatening suspect without resorting to lethal force is well within the confines of acceptable SWAT tactics. The responsible officer will receive official recognition for a job well done. A good day all in all, people. You performed quite well out there, doing what had to be done to neutralize the situation. You acted professionally, resorting to weapon use only when absolutely necessary. Chief, you should be quite pleased with your officers today.
Well, all right then. So we did a good job. Let's go ahead and read from the SWAT files. Here we got a long one today. Los Angeles spreads out for miles, its concrete sprawl limited only by mountains and ocean. Hence, SWAT call-ups usually occur in an urban setting. However, one incident took them well out of their normal environment. The report had come in that a gang was manufacturing large quantities of PCP out in the Mojave Desert. After the PCP was cooked up, the gang would ship pounds of the illegal substance on public airline flights to New York. SWAT informants said that 8 people would come in heavily armed with MAC-10 machine guns. They would go for 3 miles from the main road off the dirt to a little shack. They would set up a perimeter of guards, do the cooking, and then load the drugs into a van and drive back to Compton for packaging. SWAT decided to take them down off the road to avoid a high-speed pursuit involving automatic weapons. The sniper teams flew out in a helicopter. They were supposed to set up an L configuration and initiate the assault by shooting the tires on the suspects' vehicles. However, the reconnaissance had been done during the day, and the operation went down at night. Being used to an urban environment as opposed to desert warfare, the teams got disoriented and went in the wrong direction. After 15 minutes, with the help of night viewing goggles, they regrouped and got into position. The assault teams arrived and set up. 3 police helicopters were stationed 5 miles away. They were going to use heat-sensing devices called floors to pick up images on the ground. The floors were supposed to locate the suspects if they fled into the desert. Sometime after 3 a.m., the lookout on the road reported a pickup truck heading its way. At this point, the sniper teams realized their radios weren't transmitting far enough to communicate with either the helicopters or the assaulters. They finally contacted the fuel truck for the helicopters that was parked halfway between snipers and the choppers. The driver agreed to act as the relay man. The pickup truck pulled in, but only 2 people got out. They set up and started cooking. The officers smelled ether in the air from the PCP. The lead sergeant gave the word for the choppers to lift off. They were 5 miles away, but the desert air carried the sound of the rotors. As they got closer, the suspects started to get spooked. The snipers shot out the tires of the truck, and the suspects took off into the desert. The first helicopter flew over, and the co-pilot located the suspects with the floor. But he lost them shortly thereafter when the chopper veered left and the suspects turned right. The assault team pursued on foot for about 100 yards away, but with all their gear weighing them down, they couldn't catch up. They shot flares to illuminate the area, but could not relocate the suspects. The assault vehicles came in across the desert, but they were too far away, and it turned out that the armored vehicle with the battering ram couldn't go across the sand. It got stuck about 10 feet off the road. To conclude the story, by 7 the next morning, the SWAT officers had not found the suspects. The floor devices picked up every hot rock, every turtle, and every rabbit hole in the desert, everything except the suspects. The officers regrouped and drove back to Los Angeles thinking about the mistakes that had been made. About 5 hours later, a lone female deputy sheriff driving down the highway spotted 2 men walking 10 feet from the pavement. She called for backup. The officers smelled ether on the suspects and made the arrest. One of the SWAT officers on that call-up concluded, "What I like about SWAT is that we do make mistakes, we learn from them. We went back out there on our own and set up the radio repeaters. If we ever have to do another mission in the desert, now we know what will work and what we have to put in place to make the operation successful. It's not like we say, damn it, if we screwed up and forget about it. We learn from it and we go back and do it again." And what a nice policy, man. Anyway, see you guys for the next one.